Welcome back. Noted architect Rahul Deshpande has received institutional award from A+ T magazine for his work on revitalization of Mangeshi Temple. The work of revitalizing Mangeshi Temple went for more than 2 years. Deshpande now plans to revitalize 2 more temples in Ponda Taluka.
The project of revitalizing Mangeshi Temple was envisaged by Devasthan Committee in 2008. Infrastructure in the temple complex was almost crumbling years back. Rahul Deshpande has designed some of the finest bus stands and other buildings in Goa. But for revitalizing Mangeshi Temple, it took great amount of teamwork for this architect.
What happened was that we essentially wanted to construct the Agarshala first. There was an old Agarshala which needed to be demolished because it was in a bad state. So once we took up that, then I got involved and we realized that there are a lot of other things in the Prakhar which needed attention, which needed to be redone or probably modified.
Deshpande feels honored with his 4th award. Now he has beautiful plans for Nageshi and Kamakshi temples.
Our Mahajans have appreciated this design, and the Nageshi temple, the committee from Nageshi temple have approached me to do their temple complex, and also Kamakshi Devasthan from Shiroda have got in touch with me.
Bureau Report, Prudent Media.
And now news from sports. The final rounds of GPL matches have come to an end. Dempo have topped the league standings, followed by GSA. Dempo will take on Sarvodaya while Macwac will take on GSA in the semi-finals. GSA defeated Sarvodaya on Tuesday while Salgaonkar showed grit to hold Macwac in the final round of matches.
Dempo were dismissed for 203 this morning. Sahil Duri took 4 wickets and Sher Bahadur Yadav with 3 wickets for Al Fatah. For Dempo, Vishal Joshi went on to score 109 not out. In reply, Al Fatah were dismissed for 150. A poor batting performance once again, but better by their first innings standards. Al Fatah were defeated by 135 runs. Al Fatah were 5 down for 17 at one stage till skipper Sahil Duri went on to score a face-saving 80. Over at Porvorim, Macwac was shocked by a resilient Salgaonkar batting lineup. Suraj Dongre leading the charge with an unbeaten 98. Macwac was short of their skipper Saurabh Bandekar's services as the quickie suffered a ligament injury to his bowling hand. The match was called off with Salgaonkar on 212 for 2 by lunch. GSA were successful against Sarvodaya after dismissing them for 160 this morning. GSA was set a modest target of 66. Only Darshan Misal with an unbeaten 64 and Amog Desai up front with 36 brought some respect to the Sarvodaya batting card. Ryan D'Souza took 4 wickets while Regan Pinto with his leg spinners took 3 wickets. GSA chased down the target with 5 wickets to spare. Dempo have taken top spot with 18 points while GSA finished second with 15 points. Macwac finished third with 12 points while Sarvodaya, despite their loss in their final game, finished with 11 points on 4th. Dempo will take on Sarvodaya in the semi-finals while GSA will take on Macwac in the other semi-finals. Our sports reporter Nikhil Pereira with video journalist Shan from Panji and Porvorim.
Talasha Prabhu has set her sights on the Olympic Games to be held in London in 2012. Talasha won 5 medals at Jharkhand and stopped Richa Mishra from getting a national record. She feels that her timing still need to improve and will work hard later this year to qualify on the Indian Olympic team. We caught up with the teenager in a candid chat.
Talasha Prabhu won nearly 33% of the medals that Goa won for the national games. She's also the recipient of the Young Achievers Award, which was given away very shortly here in Goa. Talasha, how does it feel, first of all, to keep getting the laurels and to win all the medals that you did at national games?
I find it a great honor to be winning all this, especially more of it for my state. And I'm really happy to make my state proud of me.
What do you have planned now for the future? The national games are done and gone. What are you looking forward to? What's your prime focus on now?
Of course, the Olympics that are going to be held in 2012. We'll be having our selection trials in August. So hopefully I can make the mark then.
What are your chances you feel of being on the main playing team, the playing set of swimmers that are going to be there? What are your chances according to you?
Right now I'm just hardly 1 second away from the qualifying time. So since I'm a sprinter, it's going to be a bit tougher for me. So let's see, I'll have to train a bit harder for this.
Talasha did well at the national games, but she was a few seconds slower of her personal best timings.
But where do you feel you could have improved in those events? Maybe shave a few seconds off here and there?
I could have exactly, but I didn't because we were off season and the national games just came like that. So we were not training so hard. Our coach wasn't well, and so that happened. But right now we are training the main focus for the Olympics. So we're going to be training twice as hard as we have been.
Speaking about your national games performance, you had some classic duels with Richa Mishra. I don't think you'll ever forget them, will you?
No, I won't, because she's my idol, and to have beaten her in these events, I would say that's a great leap for me. And I hope I can continue doing this, because 50 and 100 are my main events, and I would never love to lose to anybody in those events. Yeah.
Saina Nehwal, one of the sportswomen in a sport apart from cricket and football in this country, who's got a little bit of stardom now. She seems to be loving it. Talasha Prabhu also has got a little bit of stardom. She's done a little bit of modelling. So any serious thoughts of modelling?
Not yet, but I'm surely going to think about it once I'm done with swimming.
Our sports reporter Nikhil Pereira with video journalist Shan from Panaji.
And with this, we come to an end of this news bulletin. Keep watching Prudent Media. Goodbye.